Put your money where your mouth is. Put your money where your mouth is.
Hey, welcome to Tailgate Beers. Hey, it's day 2, Tailgate N Tallboys here in Clinton, Iowa. And Austin and I are here as usual, and today we're sitting down having some conversation with some guys from Old 60. We got Jacob and Dwight. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us.
Oh yeah, excited to be here. This is our second time in Iowa, so the last time treated us well, so we decided to come on back. We've never done Tailgates N Tallboys before, so pretty pumped. We've heard the crowd can get a little bit rowdy, and that's what we're all about. So
absolutely. Where were we at in Iowa before?
We did West Des Moines.
Okay.
Yeah, Bel-Air Ballroom down there.
Awesome. So what are you looking forward to today? I mean, being up on the stage and seeing all the people out there.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems like good folks out here. We went out to the campground just a little bit ago and hung out with some people, shotgun a beer, and I don't know. We'll see. They seemed excited for us, and we're excited to play some music for these people.
You know, I've talked to a lot of people. I know Austin has too about upcoming for Tailgate N Tallboys. We've been talking about the lineup for months now, it seems, and it's finally come upon us. But you guys, I continue to hear that generation of folks that are here. Can't wait for Old 60. Can't wait to hear see Old 60. So good for you guys. I mean, you're doing something right, obviously, on that, but looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, appreciate it. It's been crazy. We just been writing music. Me and Dwight just wrote one that's out now, and just writing stuff that's important to us and coming out and playing it and giving it all we got. And it seems to be something that people enjoy, so we're very thankful for that. And yeah, we've been getting good crowds, good energy, and hopefully they bring it tonight. We're gonna bring it, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
So you were with me when I believe we met for the first time at Losers.
Yep.
Yeah.
With Raised Rowdy and all that stuff. So you were telling me like you're still traveling probably once a week or weeks at a time up to Nashville. You're not currently living there?
I do. I live in Nashville now, but at the time I didn't. Yeah. So I'm in Nashville. None of the other guys are, so they all come down to Nashville. It's about 3 hours from home.
And that's where's home again?
Hawesville, Kentucky, or Owensboro, the Owensboro area. And then this man's from North Carolina, so he's got a bit more of a haul to get to us.
Yeah. But everybody else is from the same hometown, or you guys all?
Yeah.
How'd this come about?
We're all from within 30 minutes of each other. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, except Dwight, like 6 hours.
Yeah. We played Railbird last weekend, and so we hung out in Owensboro. That was fun to go hang with the boys and see the hometown.
Surfside's got real vodka, real iced tea, and real lemonade. You know what's not real? That excuse you gave to skip the tailgate. Grab a Surfside and redeem yourself, champ. Now back to your regular programming.
So how did this come about, Old 60? Tell me, like, what was this? Are you the founding member? Who's like?
Yeah, so it was just a few buddies, and we started getting together and playing music, and I ended up writing a few songs, and we were like, let's go record these. And we went and recorded them, not expecting nothing of it. I was working at an aluminum mill at the time and just sweating my ass off 12 hours a day, 4 to 7 days a week. And it ended up, catching wind, and people enjoyed it. And here we are,
So you're the lead singer.
Yes.
And I think you're the and I apologize if I get it wrong, but steel guitar player.
Yeah,
steel.
like utility, played different instruments, whatever needs to happen.
Yeah, anything with strings, Dwight plays it.
All right. So you guys do writing together and stuff like that, or?
Yeah, we've the most recent song, like I said, it's called Nancy Avenue. We wrote that one together, and we've written together a couple other times. But yeah, Dwight's a great writer, great player, and
We're spending a lot of time in the studio.
Yeah,
doing
we've been recording
a
a lot of new music recently, and Dwight's been taking them to church on these new songs, so I'm excited for everybody to hear them.
It sounds like you guys writing. Are you starting now with your rise as far as public knowledge of who you are? Are you starting to get songs from people where you're looking at them, or is it all internal?
I will never write a song that I was not a writer on, or I will never cut a song that I was not a writer on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you write a song for somebody else?
Yeah, I mean, maybe, I don't know. I've never done it before, but I'm not opposed to it, because I've written with other people and like just writers and done the co-writing thing, and they've done it for us. So I wouldn't be opposed to writing on something for somebody else if it was something that I was proud of.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm always intrigued because coming into this, just being a music lover, but then as you start to listen to people writing and how this works, I can't go into a song like when Morgan Wallen's album just dropped or you guys dropped one. I go straight to credits on every song, and it's interesting to start seeing names pop up.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you see a lot of like the same guys on those big records, and I think personally, when I write music, it's very very personal to me, and I write stuff that I feel, or when I'm writing that song in that moment, I feel it, and that's how I write music. And I think that a lot of people are writing hits, and that's not whatever. I never set out to write a hit. I just sit down and it's like a therapy session. That's what I do.
I think that's the magic of it, though. If you go to our shows, like most of the people are singing about every word that of each song, and I feel like a lot of people are there because they found us, not because like they think they should be there because we're somebody.
Yeah.
And I think it's a lot of Jacob's approach of trying to be just genuine and doing what's true to him and not what the industry does,
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, but
no, and you're starting to see different individuals where there's music where I'm like, you know what, it's not really my cup of tea, but even like Jelly Roll, for instance, I can't say that I'm going to go crank a whole Jelly Roll album. Like, man, this is the best album I've ever listened to in my entire life, but he's done his own thing, created his own genre in a way, and people really have been drawn to that. You guys, and I think for me in Bloomington, I was most excited to see you. Wayne and I both were pumped to see Old 60 and then Treaty Oak.
Oh yeah.
In Bloomington. Just I love them. That genre of music.
We've played a lot with Treaty Oak now. Last year we did one show with them. We opened for them in Houston, and it was before we'd ever headlined a show, and it was the first show that like we could hear the crowd singing.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since then, I've always been a big Treaty Oak fan since they came out, and just being able to get to know those guys a little better and play some festivals with them, it's been super cool, and they're so supportive of what we're doing, and we're the same to them. And I mean, like,
Treaty Oak.
Love Treaty Oak.
Boys, good boys.
And they're just like they're normal guys, like all of us. I
yeah.
don't know, you guys seem pretty down to earth, normal guys. Again, coming from a steel, aluminum mill, and I don't know what your career was prior to, but just guys, normal people that again are up there writing what's important to them, not really worried about trying to write some hit that is gonna get sucked in under the radio or anything else.
Yeah, I feel like music in general is moving more towards the genuine thing. People are craving authenticity, and genres are kind of going away. Like, I don't know that we make country music, but we're playing country festivals and doing these country concerts, and I love country music, so I will never complain about that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think streaming and like just the availability of music has caused people to crave that authenticity and the realness in the writing and the songs and the rawness, and people just want something that makes them feel something now.
Well, speaking of authenticity, are you an authentic Cubs fan?
I am a huge Cubs fan.
Yes,
That's
right
crazy.
Here. Right
How? How? You're all the way down there. I mean, you got all these other teams to pick from.
Yeah, my dad, he which I'm from Hallsville, Kentucky, and there's no professional sports teams in Kentucky. So it's mainly like college. Like, everybody loves it's UK or U of L, and if you love one, you hate the other.
Yes.
But my dad grew up with WGN, and he was watching the Cubs every week, and he just kind of passed that down to me. So I'm diehard Cubs fan. I have been my whole life.
So I am a diehard Cubs fan. My friend here, Austin, he's a Cardinals fan, which we forgive him for. But I also have to say, too, WGN, you mentioned it, the Bozo Show. You ever seen the Bozo Show, right? On WGN?
I haven't, no.
You haven't? Probably a little young for that. I'm giving my age here. But I was on the Bozo Show back in the day.
Heck yeah.
You know, like Bozo Show is a clown show, you know,
Yeah.
and you like have a little grand prize. Anyway, long story short, yeah, I was on the Bozo Show on WGN years ago.
Hell yeah.
Years ago. But diehard Cubs fan as well.
Oh, yeah. They're tearing it up this year.
This is our year.
Go Cubs. Go Cubs.
And as a baseball fanatic, I mean, I just love good baseball. I mean, I love watching that. I mean, I woke my boy who's 11 years old out of bed to come watch the Dodgers win the World Series for him to see. And again, I can't say that I'm a massive fan, but what that series was like,
Yeah.
and to see that, and then for him to be sitting next to me with the walk-off home run, that's beautiful.
This guy's a Yankees fan, so
Oh,
touchy subject for
Yeah.
him.
but for,
I should have went to bed early.
yeah, even for my boy, it was a lesson of, I said, hey, so here's this guy who, you know, I don't care who you root for. Freddie Freeman is, I mean, just a great human, and him coming out there in a huge slump. And I said, guess what? No one will remember how bad he was hitting.
Oh, no.
They're only going to remember
Yeah.
that he hit the grand slam. You know, and we all go out, if you were a baseball player, like, hey, it's the bottom of the 10th,
Yeah.
bases loaded, grand slam. And then the flip side, I said, hey, here's Judge, has had the best season of his life defensively.
And
Drops one ball,
he boggles
and that's
it.
all anybody will remember. I said, just remember that, bud, when you're out there playing, that you could have the worst time, the worst season, but one hit, no one will care.
Yeah.
But
So you kind of mentioned it before, and I want to kind of dwell on it for a second from a fan perspective. So looking out in the crowd, and you talked about the first time that you really noticed or saw that the crowd was singing your lyrics, singing your music. I mean, what's that feeling like? I can't imagine it. Can't imagine it. But what's that feeling?
It's I don't know. You know, you can't describe it. We just played Railbird in Lexington, and you know, we don't get to play in Kentucky a whole lot. We try to play in Kentucky as much as we can. But that was the most special show, because as soon as we walked on stage, they were into it and like singing every word, screaming.